Alright, this video is not going to be for those who are suicidal. If you are suicidal, please do not watch this video. And I am aware I'm probably going to be accused of being, how to put it, a jerk, cruel, you name it, probably going to be accused of being insensitive or whatever. But it's the plain simple truth, and the truth isn't always nice. It's not always what we want to hear. It's not always sensitive. It's not always, you know, um, you know, it can be downright cold and hard and mean, but it's what we need to hear. And the truth about bullying is it's not the fault of bullying does not fall on the parents. And people are using parents as a scapegoat, and that gets pretty sickening. Let's see here. Kids this generation are committing suicide because they're putting up with it. They're putting up with the bullying. They're not being taught to stand up for themselves. They're not standing up for themselves against these bullies, and that's why they're not surviving school. That's why they're not surviving, being bullied, because being bullied is what's supposed to teach you how to stand on your own 2 feet and fight your own battles for yourself, not your parents. That's the point of your life where you're supposed to learn how to. That's the point of your life where you're supposed to learn how to stand on your own 2 feet and fight your own battles for yourself instead of your parents. Because your parents aren't going to be able to stop it. The parents aren't going to be able to do anything. Neither are the teachers. What's going to be able to stop it is you. If you're being bullied, the only people that are going to be able to stop the bullying is you. That's the only people that are going to be able, that are going to be able to stop the bullying, is the victim. They gotta stop, they gotta stop allowing themselves to be, they gotta stop allowing themselves to be being made victims and stand up for themselves, and start defending themselves, instead of all the blame being on the parents, because this generation is just plain putting up with all the bullying all at once. It's plain putting up with all of the bullying is what I mean. And not standing up for themselves. And the bullies are getting away with misusing their technology, their phones or tablets, whatever, and those should be taken away. And they should be exposed as the bullies that they are. So no, not all the blame should be put on the parents. Some of the blame needs to go to not just the bullies themselves, but to the victim. Not saying it's their fault, but I'm saying that they need to stop allowing themselves to be made a victim and stand up, and stand up for themselves and stop allowing it to happen. Because otherwise it's just going to keep on happening. That's how I stopped it. That's the only way it's going to stop. That's the only person that can stop it is the victim. If the victim keeps allowing the bully to make a victim out of them, they're not going to make it. They're going to end up committing suicide just like the rest, and become another statistic. Call me whatever. Think of whatever you want about me. That's the truth. That's the plain, simple truth. That's how it goes. That's the only way that a kid's going to survive out there is to defend themselves. To stand up for themselves and to expose the bully for the bully that they are. And have their parents do something about it, of course, but if that doesn't work, they got to stand up and fight back and expose the bully, and have others who have been victimized by the bully, stand up and speak out and stand up for themselves as well, if there so be any, but that's the plain simple truth about bullying, about bullies. It only keeps going until the victim stops it. Otherwise the bully will just go on to the next person. Otherwise they'll just go on to the next person that, seems like the easiest target, that isn't going to stand up for themselves. Well, once a person stands up for themselves, is what I mean. Once a person stands up for themselves or commits suicide, one way or the other, they'll move on to the next person. But I highly suggest the victim stands up for themselves, and if they be suicidal, get some help, and don't hurt themselves, and just get the help that they need, because they are truly needed on this earth, because God has a purpose for them, just as He does everyone else. But yes, that's the truth. Cold-hearted